Okay, so today we're gonna start a new unit, which is cooking, 烹饪. Okay, so today's first character is 东. Now 东 is the four direction, one of the four directions, east, or as in east and west. Now another meaning in Chinese, that this is a Chinese culture where in social situations that the owner, the host, should be sitting in the east and the guests should be sitting in the west. And so therefore in Chinese they use 东 to refer to owner. Okay, so therefore there's phrases like 房东, which means landlord, 股东, which means shareholders. Okay, so this is another meaning. And another thing interesting is that in old days it refers to toilets. Why? It's because in old days those toilets they built in the northeast corner, and so this is because in China the wind usually blow towards the wind direction is from the southeast towards the northwest. And so if you build in a northeast corner, then you don't get to smell the bad smell. So, but because of that, they use that 东 to sometimes to refer to the toilet. Okay, so but this is like a very old use, so you might see that in very old text, but usually people don't do that anymore. All right, so this is 东. Let's take a look at the character itself. Why this is so slow? Okay, here we go. So the 东, okay, 东, it's actually very interesting, the character. So this character, it's you can, if you see forget about this character, this picture, okay? So I don't think that's what it is. So now you can see that it is a tree. Okay, so this part is a tree, the top and the roots. Okay, and then they put a sun in the middle of the tree. So what that means is that this is actually a picture that you see in the very morning when the sun just rises, and then you see through the woods, you see through the tree, look at the sun, that's what you see. Okay, and so because the sun is rising from the east, so when you're facing that, when you look at the tree, look at the sun through the tree in the morning, you will actually look at east. So they use that to refer to east. Okay, and of course the current simplified character, it does not look like that anymore. Okay, so this is because the way of writing right now is coming from the fast writing style of Chinese, okay, called 草书. So it's reduced strokes. Okay, so this is 东. Next one, 街. Okay, 街 means street. Now it's usually referred to those streets that has stores along it. Okay, and so usually those are the places where it's a pretty bigger street, okay, big road, and on the side they line up with a bunch of all kinds of stores, and above those stores or behind usually are residence unit. Okay, so that type of a street in Chinese is called 街. Okay, called 街. And so in the dialects, sometimes they use this to refer to markets. Okay, which makes sense, right? So let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see that the character looks like, see here on both sides is some road towards in the middle, where the middle, literally it's a paved road. You see that? It's a paved road. And so so this is basically it's a bird's view. Look at the street. Look at the street that along the stores that line up along the street. It's a bird's view of that picture. Okay, so it's this is 街. Now next one, 采. Now 采 means collect or gather or pick. Okay, so this is also very easy to make sense because the character, it literally looks like a hand. It's a picture of a hand picking something off a tree. Okay, so of course it's picking fruits off the tree, right? So that's collect, that's pick, that's gather. Okay, now of course now they use this character for a bunch of stuff, right? Not just picking fruits. They gather all kinds of things, like you're getting oil. There's a 开采石油, okay? Any kind of mineral, okay? Called a 开采. And also, let's say 采药. That means you gather Chinese medicine, right? So like 博采种长, that's idiom. That means you collect from you learn from people who is better than you. Okay, this is called 博采种长. Okay, so this is 采. Next one, go. Okay, go means originally this means offer a reward for something. Okay, so usually for what? Usually for capturing criminals, or gather great ideas to solve some problems. Okay, so this is for that type of thing. Let's say so. Originally, it's that meaning. Now, of course, that kind of act is a type of purchase, right? And so later on, this character is no longer has that original meaning, but actually just refer to buying in general. Okay, purchase and buying in general. So let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see on the left hand side is the 贝, which is the shell. Of course, in ancient times they use as money. So this is related to money or wealth. And then the right hand side is the character 购. Okay, 购. Now 购, this character has the meaning of bump into each other, like meet. Okay, bump into each other. And so because they are offering rewards to get something. So now, of course, in that scenario, that is kind of, you have to, it's by chance, right? You offer something that somebody just happened to have that thing. Okay, so then you bump into each other, and then the deal is done. And so that's why they use this goal to build that character. Okay, and this character is kind of interesting. See that it looks like there's two things, very exact same thing. They kind of bump into each other. See that? That's the old form. Okay, old form. I mean, this picture looks like it's two fishes bump their heads into each other. Okay, so this is 购买是购买 just means purchase. Okay, next one, 磅. Okay, 磅used as a noun means a measuring words. Okay, so this measuring words, it's been used for referring all kinds of things in the past. So, but now it actually refers to the British and American unit of measure of pound. Okay, so we refer to that. And when it used as a verb, it means weigh. Okay, weighing something to figure out how heavy it is. Okay, so like 磅体重, that means to weigh the weight of a person. Okay, so this is 磅. Let's take a look at this character. Now this one, you can see that now so it's has a stone on the left hand side. On the left hand side, and now on the right hand side is the words 旁. 旁 means here refer to sound. 旁 means on the side. So this character has another meaning. Is 旁. Okay. Now 旁 means like huge expanse of space. Okay, and it means like just huge and big, grand. Okay, for things like 磅礴. Okay, so the character you need to remember is 磅礴. Okay, 磅礴 means like just boundless and majestic. Okay, and also you can refer to somebody is like super enthusiastic. You can say 热情磅礴. Okay, and so this one, now this character, if you look at it, means that the stone and on the side, so you can think of it as like you can remember this way, like the stone rolling off the side of the hill and making that noise. Okay, 磅, and then you can think of like this big, grand, expansive, that kind of thing. All right, so this is 磅 and 磅. Next one, 秤. Chen is a steel yard. Okay, so it's this type of thing, right? Exactly this type of thing. This is a traditional Chinese scale, steel yard. Okay, it's when people in the market, when they need to measure things like vegetables, meat, or that kind of thing to sell and buy, they use this thing to measure. Okay, so this is called 秤. Now, another pronunciation is 称. Now, 称 is a verb, so when you use it as a verb, you want to pronounce it as 称. Okay, so that means weigh or measure, how heavy it is. Okay, 称. So let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, you can see that on the left hand side is 禾. So this one we have seen many times. So this radical means crop, like wheat or rice, right? That means right crop. So on the right hand side is the character 平. Okay, 平. So 平 means level. So obviously, the scale, the steel yard is the most common use of it is measuring crops like rice or wheat, that kind of thing. So that's why they use. So when you measure, you have to make the still yard level, right? So 平, okay. So that's why they use this use the crop, radical, and level, that character 平, to build this character. Okay. So this is 称 and 称. Next one. 肉. Okay, 肉 means flesh, means meat. Okay, so first meaning is basically is animal's muscle, basically. Okay, animal's muscle, and also means for the fruit. It means anything between the skin and the seed, the cord, anything in between that refer to that part of tissue, the fruit tissue, as 肉. Okay. Now, in some dialects, it has some other meanings. For example, if the fruit is not crispy, like mushy, they will say the fruit is 肉, 肉, because that refer to the texture feels like animal flesh instead of crispy fruit. Okay, so they refer to it as 肉. Now also they will refer to somebody moving very slowly. They will say 肉, 肉. And also it referred to like regular people. They will say 肉人, 肉人. So that means that this it's a vulgar person. Okay, not educated. It's not smart. Does not have much insights. That kind of thing. Okay, so this is 肉. Okay, now this character, it's a picture of flesh, of meat. Okay, let's take a look at that. Wait a little bit. Okay, so basically the character is a picture of a piece of meat. Okay, piece of meat. That's just as simple as that. Okay, and even the current version of it, look at it, looks like that. All right, so this is 肉.
请练习今天新学的字。
馅. 馅 means stuffing. Okay, stuffing. So when you making food that made out of flour, and then you kind of stuff something in the middle, so that stuffing is called 馅. Okay, stuffing is called 馅. Now the stuffing can be made out all kinds of things like meat, vegetables, fruits, all kinds of stuff, right? Even some kind of paste, nut paste, okay, bean paste, all kinds of stuff. So all of them are called 馅. Okay, now because it refers to something wrapped inside, so it has another meaning of anything that is wrapped inside. For example, it can refer to something, the inside, the ins and out of something. Okay, ins and out of something that is you do not want people to see. Okay, so for example, the words 露馅儿, 露馅儿 means that the something that is something that is you want to keep it secret that has been revealed. Okay, 叫它露馅儿. Let's take a look at this character. So this one on the left hand side is the food radical. Okay, so the 十字旁, the 十 means eat, means food. Okay, food radical. Now on the right hand side is the character 馅. Okay, so this one 馅. So 馅 means 陷入. So 陷 means that you kind of cave in, okay? Kind of cave in into a pit, into a hole kind of thing, okay? So that's obvious, right? So the stuffing is that you have to, make a hole and then you put the stuffing inside, right? Inside that dent, okay? So that's why they use this 陷 to build that character, okay? So this is 陷. Now let's take a look at the sentence, okay? So 东街采购磅秤肉馅. Okay, so 东街东街 that means the East Market, basically. East Market of the village. Okay, so 东街 they call it 东街, right? The east part of the street that has stores. 东街采购. Okay, 采购 is a two character word. 采购 means procurement, means purchase. Okay, 东街采购 that means you go to the 东街 market and buy a bunch of groceries. Okay, and 磅秤肉馅. 磅秤 that means 磅 is the measure words, right? The unit of measure. Also, it's used as a verb, means weigh. Okay, 秤 is the device to weigh things, right? Also can be used as a verb. So over here in this context, 磅秤肉馅 is used as a verb. Okay, so basically 磅秤 is you weigh something. Weigh what? Weigh 肉馅. So you're buying some meat to use as stuffings. Okay, so and the market, the guy in the market is weighing the meat. Okay, so that's called a 磅秤肉馅. Next one. 仆. Okay, so this character has two pronunciations. Okay, so first one is 仆. Now 仆 is servant.仆is servant. Okay, now this is as opposed to master. 主. Okay, 主仆. That's the opposite to person in a relationship. Okay, 主仆 仆. Now, if we look at the character, you can see that so the older one is very different from the current one. Okay, so this character, the pu, the original meaning is slave. Okay, it means slave. Now, the oracle bone of this character is very revealing. Actually, it literally is a picture of a slave holding a container that's has lots of stuff inside, even has some liquid and who knows what, maybe dirt, maybe grain. Okay, and then on his head has a mark. Okay, now in the older days, the slaves, the source of a slave is the captured soldiers in the war. Okay, so once they capture, they render them into slave, and then they will carve in over their head. Usually it's a forehead or cheek, used with that mark. Okay, it's a mark on the top. They make that mark to show that this person is a slave. Okay, so literally this is a picture of a slave. Is working. Okay, so this is the original character of Pu. Now, the standardized simplified version, because that the older version it's very complicated to write. So the standardized simplified version, they completely replace the radical on the right hand side. They use another very simple character has the pronunciation, which is pu, to replace it. Okay, and so now the modern character no longer has the obvious meaning of the traditional character. Okay, so that's, you just know the story. Pu. Okay, so now this one has another pronunciation called a pu. Okay, pu means fall forward, fall forward, or fall forward. Okay, so it's called a pu. Okay, all right. Next one. Yi. Okay, Yi original means serve in the army. Okay, serve in the army. That's the original meaning. Now, but later it's to mean anything that is like a servant. Okay, let's say servant, labor, or follower, or soldier. So any of those people, they call it Yi. Okay, and also it means it refers to just the incident, the war, the battle. Okay, the fight, the war. So the instance of the war, of war, fight, or something happening, they use that. Okay, is this for example 战役 战役 means a one instance of battle in a war. Okay, like the war between two countries, and then you refer to one instance of a battle, of serious wars. That's called 役 战役. Okay, and so this is let's take a look at the character itself. So this one is also quite obvious. You can see that the oracle bone character. You can see a hand. There's a hand and holding a piece, right? And then it's knocking a person. Okay, so basically it is what? It's a person who holding a piece of stuff, maybe a stick, or maybe the whip, or maybe whatever it is to drive the other person to work. Okay, to do things, either to work or go to war, basically. Okay, so that's what the picture is telling you. Okay, so this is the character Yi. All right, next one. Gu. Okay, gu means the original meaning is a name of a type of migrating bird called gu. Okay, but later on it to mean employ or employed, or hire somebody to do something, or rent, that kind of thing. So anything that you give money and to ask somebody to accomplish something, it's called a gu. Okay, so basically buying labor. Now, if we look at this character itself, so the original meaning is the type of bird. So that's why it has this radical, the bird radical right there. Okay, so it's the 朱鸟. Okay, so this is the birds, refers to birds that when it calls like a buku buku. Okay, so in Chinese it's also called a 布谷鸟. Okay, so, or you can also call it 谷鸟. Okay, and now and this one, why this one has related to like buying stuff, is because when that birds came and calling out, making those sounds, that's also happened to be the season, the agriculture season to plant. Okay, to plant. And so when you plant, that you have to basically plant all the things you need to plant within a quite short period of time. Okay, so if you can't do that, then crop is not gonna yield good yields. And so oftentimes they have to 雇人, okay, have to buying more labor to get that job done in time. I think that is why this birds somehow related to purchase. Okay, purchase labor, basically, not any kind of purchase. Okay. So this is gu. I'm looking at the character. It's interesting. There's a bird. Okay. Okay. So this is gu. Next one, yong. Okay, yong is also hire. Okay, hire labor, hire servant. Yong. Okay. Now this is 雇工佣basically 女佣like a 女佣 is a female servant. Okay, 男佣 it means male servant. Okay, and another meaning means common, means vulgar, like a 平庸. Okay, 庸士庸俗. Okay, so this is referring to that simple people does not have much knowledge and education. Okay, called a yong. Now this one is the original character. The radical is different. Okay, so has a person radical on the left. That's very sensible. On the right is the word yong. Okay, of course this is referred to representing the sound, but also means employed by someone. Okay, employed by someone. Now because that yong is this right hand side, yong, it does means that ordered by somebody, okay, or hired by somebody, employed by somebody. Okay, because in ancient China they use that word to refer to the act of the government that refer to the duty of the citizen that you need to the citizen has the responsibility or has the duty to do work for the government, and then of course the government has the duty to give that citizen some kind of compensation. Okay, so this is a kind of thing that a system in the Chinese, ancient Chinese government setup. Okay, so the type of system they refer to yong, just the right hand side, the traditional side of the character of the right hand side of this character. Okay, so they call it yong, and so that's why they use this one as build a character like this way to refer to higher labor. Okay, servant, higher labor. Now the simplified version, they replace it because the traditional character is rather complicated, so they use another character is much simpler, which is use. Okay, has the same pronunciation, and to replace it. Okay, so but which also makes sense because in this way it means you use person. You use a person, right? So it also makes sense, but make the character simpler, okay? 是. Now, 是 means the original meaning is stand at somebody's side in attendance, okay? So in ancient China, is specifically means to stand by elders, to accompany them and to serve them. Okay, that's the original meaning. Okay, so now of course later it does not mean strictly mean accompany the elder, but rather accompany elder or somebody has a higher social status. Okay, and so this is called a 是. Okay, 是. So there's like 侍女, 侍臣, 侍臣. That means the government officials in the imperial court. Okay, that you accompany the emperor to serve them. Okay, so this is 是. Let's take a look at the character. So this one you can see that there's the person radical on the left, right, and then on the right hand side is the character 是. Okay, this 是 is temple. Okay, means temple, means basically nice buildings, and so this is they use this to mean that, okay, so this is a person inside those temples or palace, right, and to serve the emperor or to serve your master, basically. So the meaning is accompany and assist and serve. 是. 母. Okay, 母 means governance, nurse and governance. So this character refers to the woman whose duty is to teach, raise and teach the unmarried young woman in a family. Okay, unmarried young woman or family. Okay, it's called a 母. So that's refer to that. So basically, it's wealthy family in ancient China, right? They hire another woman to teach, okay, to raise and teach their daughters before they marry. Okay. So this is a 母. And the character, it's very easy, which makes sense. Okay, has the girl radical on the left, and has the mother radical on the right. Okay, and so it's very obvious, right? So let's move. Next one, 聘. Okay, 聘 is the original meaning is to ask and to kind of find out what's going on. Okay, and by visiting. So that's the original meaning. So basically, you got to go there and watch, observe, and hear. Right? You got to ask the surrounding people and asking what's going on, and to figure out what happened. Okay, so this is the original meaning. 聘. Okay, now currently, it means engage or employ, like a 聘请. 聘请 that means invite. You request and invite somebody. 聘用. 聘用 that means hire. Okay, a company hire or something, somebody hire employees is called 聘用. Okay, like for ping marry. Okay, so but not marry. What is it called? Engagement, right? So engagement is called 订婚 in Chinese called 订婚 so another way of saying it is 聘定 okay 聘定 okay, so this is ping. Let's take a look at this character. Now it has the ear radical, which means that you have to figure out what's going on. You have to listen. You have to listen what people said, right? So that's why you have to use ear. So that's why there's a ear radical right there. Now on the right hand side is the ping. Okay, on the right hand side this word is ping. Now ping. Ping is the meaning of ping is referring to those these people going around and hold justice, like going around they will help poor people or help people being bullied to make it right. Okay, so this is in China. This is called xia. Okay, now the ping, this character referring to the character of those people, those xia people. So now xia, why this thing is over here is because this xia, in order to do their job, they have to know exactly what's going on. So that's why they borrow this one over here, because ping, right? They need to know what's going on. Okay, so for example, you hire an employee, and you also need to know the person, right? You have to figure out what's going on with that person. Then you decide whether you hire him or not, right? Okay, engagement, marriage, the same thing. Okay, so that's why you use this ping. Okay, next one.
请练习
换
今天新学的字。
Now 换 means change, means exchange, means trade, means barter. Okay, means barter. So basically, it's you gave somebody something, and to get something from that person in return. So that's called 换. That's the original meaning. Okay, so but now it's not strictly used in that kind of trade, rather is in any kind of exchange in general. Okay, 换更换换衣服，比方说换衣服 that means you change your garment. Okay, 换手换手 means that you change the operator basically. Okay, change the operator. 改朝换代 right? 改朝换代 that means the dynasty change. Okay, so one dynasty is gone and the new ones came. Okay, it's called 改朝换代. So basically this character is used to mean any kind of change, any kind of the new ones replacing the old one. Okay, so it's called 换. And let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, now the 换 you have to use the hand to 换, right? So that's the hand radical on the left. On the right hand side is the character pronounced as 换. Okay, now this 换, the right hand side has the meaning of many, and so why they use that is because in order to get many kind of things, that even that things you don't make, you don't know, the way to achieve that is through exchange, through 换. Okay, so that's why they use this to build this character 换. Right, let's take a look at this sentence. So 仆役雇佣，弑母 聘换仆役雇佣 so 仆役it all refers to servants okay servants now 雇佣雇佣 that means hire so all the servants so 仆役雇佣 so basically means to hire a servant okay 弑母聘换弑母聘换弑和母it's also a particular type of servant okay mu is also a type of servant right specific servant the lady servant whose duty is to raise and teach the young daughter okay 聘换 that means you hire and to replace if somebody is not you're not happy with what they done then you replace them right 换掉replace them okay so that's all okay so 仆役 and 弑母 this is all refer to different type of servant okay so that's all for today happy learning thank you bye bye